What are you worried about? What's on your mind? Life seems to be a restless sea, and every wave is a new problem to be solved. It looks like the meaning of life is to solve problems. Our mind doesn't help. We are constantly worrying about everything. But there is a solution. In this video, inspired by the book How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie, I will show you how to control your worries and eliminate your negative thoughts, so you can face your problems with more peace of mind. This book was written by a man who lived through the Great Depression and World War II, so you have to admit that this guy knew a thing or two about being worried. He shows us that worrying is completely optional. It's not something you have to live with. I highly recommend you to read this book. I'll leave the link in the description in case you're interested. I can tell you that it helped me a lot. As I grew up, I used to worry about everything. Grades, girls, money. But now, I rarely worry about anything. And when I do worry, I remember to apply what I learned in this book, and my mind returns to a state of tranquility. I used to think that worry was necessary, that to solve a problem we had to use worrying to find a solution, but I was so wrong. The mind can come to a solution without the need to be worried. In this video, I will tell you how you can develop a more peaceful and focused mind that instead of destroying you physically and psychologically with stress and anxiety, it will help you solve problems more efficiently. Worries appear at 3 different levels: past, present and future. The first thing you have to understand is that you have to leave the past behind. It is dead, and nothing good can come from disturbing the dead. If you made a mistake in the past or you were hurt, it's too late. Don't try to change it. The past doesn't exist. Forget it and let it go. Many years ago, I suffered a lot. There was a girl who destroyed me emotionally. I cried. I tried to think what I did wrong, and I fell into a deep state of depression, until one day I had an insight that changed my life. I asked myself, why waste tears, energy and time living in the past? I understood that life is happening right now. The past is only made of memories. I cultivated the ability to let them go and not cling to them. Say goodbye to the past. Get out of that graveyard and never come back. Now, to deal with the problems you currently have, you need to understand that these worries come from ignorance and confusion. This means that your worries will disappear if you shine the light of knowledge upon them. There are 4 steps you'll have to take to remove your worrying. Let's take as an example the biggest worry nowadays: lack of money. To begin with, ask yourself the following question: what am I worried about? In this case, the answer will be, I don't have enough money to pay for the quality of life that I want. Then ask yourself, what can I do about it? Brainstorm all the possible solutions. Find a job that pays you more, start a business, freelance, consulting, learn how to invest your money, sell your things, write everything that you can possibly think of. The next step is essential. Once you have all the possible solutions in front of you, make a careful decision. Which path is right for you at this point? What do you want to do? Make a conscious decision that is aligned with your life purpose. And don't let others influence that decision. At the end, it's your life, not theirs. And if you fail, go back to the previous step and choose another path. The last step is the hardest. Theory is over and it's time to act. You're not helping yourself by staying in fantasy land. You have to take action and walk the path that you chose. Resistance will be experienced as fear, and you will try to avoid taking that first step. But it's critical that you trust your intuition and start carrying out your decision. We have already seen how to deal with worries of the past and the present. Now let's cover the future. There is an incredibly powerful technique that I want you to try. Think about your biggest problem right now. This technique will prepare your mind to deal with that problem. First, ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen if I don't solve this problem? Think about the worst case scenario. If everything goes wrong, what would happen? Now the key is to imagine that this has actually happened and accept the consequences. As hard as it is, accept that reality. In this way, you are brainwashing your mind to think that the worst has already happened. And all that remains is to accept the consequences and move on. To end this technique, return to the present and realize that you are in a more peaceful state of mind. By accepting the worst case scenario, your mind is ready to work without that fear of failure. When you accept the worst, you have nothing to lose, and you can focus on solving the problem without drowning in worries. Whenever you worry, remember the following. If it's in the past, it's already dead. There's nothing to worry about. If it's in the present, analyze the situation, choose a path and start walking. If it's in the future, accept the worst case scenario and act without worries to improve your situation. Despite knowing these techniques, every now and then you will continue to worry. It's in our human condition. Our mind wants to feel stimulated, it wants to escape the present and prepare for the future. That's why it is essential that you learn to be mindful. In future videos, I will go into more depth on this subject, so don't forget to subscribe and wait for it. But for now, try to pay close attention to your mind. If it wants to escape to the past or the future, gently return it to the present. The human mind cannot be focused on more than one thing at a time. Try to be completely engaged with the activity you're currently performing. When you're driving, when you're eating, or even when you're taking a shower, stay fully present in the now. No matter how much your mind wants to run, return to the present. Take these tips and apply them into your life. Gradually, you will notice a transformation in your psyche. You will come up with solutions to your problems without the constant need to worry. Imagine living entirely involved in the present, being totally engaged in any activity you're doing. This mindset will give you the best results. But above all, you will notice that you can solve problems without having to feel worried, stressed, or anxious, because your mind will be completely focused and devoted to the present. Thank you for watching. In this video, I present some ideas of the book How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. But I highly recommend you to get it and immerse yourself in the valuable knowledge that Dale Carnegie exposes. I hope you found value in this video, and if you like it, subscribe and stay tuned for more. See you soon.